Welcome, everyone. This is David Morgan from themorganreport.com. And I have Warwick Smith with me, American Pacific, and we're going to dive into the company a little bit. Warwick, welcome on this Friday morning. I would like to ask you first off about the Rio Tinto situation. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, thanks very much, David. So thrilled to be on and very pleased to be speaking with you. American Pacific has a mine down in Montana called the Madison mine. It's under partnership with Rio Tinto. They may spend up to $30 million US to earn 70% of the project. They have done 2 rounds of drilling. They're going to do a 3rd round of drilling starting up here in 2021. And in the next week or two, we're going to put out a press release that outlines their program for 2021. We're incredibly excited to get this out. It's a significant program, and it's going to give us an awful lot of news going forward for 2021 on the drill front. On top of that, they drilled 8 holes last year. We've only released 3 of them. They've updated a 3D model, which we're very excited to show the world. We've named 5 jasperoid zones and a couple of big massive sulfide zones as well. And then on top of that, we're going to be announcing a new target that's never been drilled before as well. That's going to see drilling this year too. So lots of news coming on that front from Rio Tinto.
I'd like to add on to that for Morgan Report premium subscribers, our paid members. It's in the planning stages, but David Smith and myself are planning to go launch from here in Washington to the project, film crew in hand, meaning David and I, and taking our virtual tour with everybody. So we are going to investigate further, and thank you for the opportunity inviting us there as things hopefully get back more toward normal. So
yeah, we're thrilled to have you guys down. I think we're taking you guys over to Gooseberry as well, which is our silver primary project. Very excited about that project. Really good high grade silver. Last in production in 1991, hasn't been touched since 1994. We're thrilled to get you guys down there too. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that trip.
Well, thanks. We are too. It's been cooped up a little too long.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, I think we all do. So tell me about your drilling program for this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is an interesting time to be talking to your subscribers and those watching this video. The company's got 65 million shares out. It's got around a $12-13 million market cap. Yet this year, we're going to see somewhere in the range of $10 million worth of drilling. So the risk reward today is, we feel very high. It's all partner funded. We don't have to fund any of the drilling. All 3 projects that we have partners on them. All 3 projects are going to see drilling. All 3 will see drilling in the first half of this year. So it's certainly a very exciting time. We focused on high-grade assets in the Western U.S. All 3 assets carry spectacular grades, and that's the kind of thing that could really catch the market's excitement. So we're looking forward to getting A, the holes out from last year, and B, get drilling on all 3 projects this year as well.
I don't want to, it's your, interviewing you, but I have to comment a little. I mean, I am huge on grade is king. And, I get other people that convince me that as long as you have a lot of it, it's the same thing. It's not. I mean, just, think common sense economics. But, and we have properties that aren't like super high grade, but generally speaking, we have a lot of royalty companies because they're basically financing and there's low risk. And especially a big one like Franco's got multiple streams. So you're not, your bad jurisdiction, it goes bad. It's not a one-trick pony. You've got several assets. So I won't make this too much about me. I just want to emphasize to the MIF people that bought this forum and get this little bonus talk where we are at and why we think it's important. I mean, I have nothing against the junior industry. Without it, there wouldn't be the major industry. But you got to be selective. You can't just go on some story that you hear somewhere. You've got to really take your time and due diligence. And even when you do that, the success rate isn't guaranteed. So let me go back to American Pacific.
Could I just comment on something that you just said,
Sure,
if that's okay? One of the things that we love to say to, small family offices, smaller funds, retail investors, we think it's great when, if you're looking at juniors, looking at ones that already have majors involved, because in many ways, they've done a lot of the due diligence for you. In the case of Rio Tinto is the 2nd largest mining company in the world. The level of due diligence that they do before they deploy their capital into a project is significant. I can tell you because I've been through it.
Right.
It can be onerous. But what they've done is, they clearly believe that if they find what they feel that they're looking for, that they're able to put it in production. So a significant amount of the due diligence has been done. In the case of Madison, they're looking something that's analogous to the Butte mine, which produced 21 billion pounds of copper, 715 million ounces of silver, and 3 million ounces of gold. Anything close to that, is going to be a tremendous win for American Pacific shareholders.
Absolutely. So I've covered what I want to Warwick. Is there anything I haven't asked you that our viewers should know?
Look, I think it's an exciting time, as I commented on. We've got a $12-13 million market cap, $10 million worth of drilling coming this year. We're partnered with the second largest mining company in the world. We have 2 other very high grade assets in Nevada. Both of those have partnerships, and both of those are going to see drilling by Q2 of this year. So it's an exciting time to be involved with American Pacific. We have cash. We don't need to go fundraise anytime soon. We've got a great management team, and Eric Saderholm, who's the former head of exploration in the Western U.S. for Newmont, Ken Cunningham, who ran Miranda Gold, and Jonas Lang, who worked on Riverside Resources and now is an integral part of Maple Gold, who just brought in Agnico Eagle as a partner. So we've got a good team built around. We're very excited for 2021. We think it's an incredible time to be talking to investors, and we intend on doing a lot of that in short order here.
I'm going to just make one comment. You're the last interview for this MIF that I'm doing, and this is just to the general audience, but having been in this sector for really 40 years, or probably a little longer, I've seen a great deal in the junior mining sector that has gotten better, and better. Not to say that there aren't some scallywags out there and there aren't some stuff on the pink sheet I don't want to know about. But, you're much younger than I, but do you want to follow up on that comment? Or, it was part of it was the BRIEX, part of it's 43-101, but I don't know. I know that it's getting better and better, but why don't you add on to that if you could?
Yeah, I'd be happy to do so. So look, I've been doing this since 1999, so I've been at it for a while. I've certainly seen an increase in the level of professionalism. Look, I think there are still there's bad deals out there. There's no question, but the good deals certainly at this point well outweigh the bad deals. You made a great point earlier on saying, without the junior industry, there isn't a major industry. We're the ones going out and finding these assets. We're working as the exploration arm for the majors. And that's really taken on a life of its own as well. You see that with the partnerships that companies like American Pacific have, et cetera. So yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I think it's a fantastic industry. I've loved working in it. I've met great people through this business, lifelong friends, et cetera. So yeah, it's a fantastic place to be.
Great. Well, I'll end with this from the Northwest Mining Association, which is pretty much dissolved now, but if you can't grow it, it has to be mined. Keep that in mind, people. Mining's here for a reason. Warwick, true pleasure. Matt, thanks for inviting me on the MIF and doing a special on silver only. I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing, and I hope to come back often.
Thank you, David. I really appreciate the time.